Hello and welcome back for another video on the Backyard Gunner channel. I am Al and this is a glow stick, a light stick, whatever you want to call it stick. It's for illuminations and it is a military and industrial grade. Not sure how true that actually is. It is similar to the ones that we get issued, except for the packaging is quite clearly different. However, the actual glow stick itself or light stick itself does look very similar. This one has been used, and I will show that. I've closed the curtains. I'm going to turn the light off. Had to wait for it obviously to be darker in the day or later in the day, so it's darker. And you actually can't see it very well. Okay, I'll go in on it a bit, and there you go, you can see it. This one I set off last night to see how bright it was. I am willing to waste another one for a video for you. There were 5 in the box, so obviously with 1 used, there's 2 and 3, 4 and 5 still in the box. Not much I can say about glow sticks or light sticks really. I will show you the packaging, because these are different packaging to the ones that we get issued. There we go, focused. 12-hour duration. I don't think it's 12-hour duration at all, really, because you can see how dark that one is. Not very bright at all. Bearing in mind, I set it off at around 9 o'clock last night, so it should last until... Hold on a minute. Yeah, okay. I'm shit at maths. Okay, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. They work pretty well, actually. On the back of the packaging, it tells you some little instructions on how to... I'm going to say ignite it, so to speak. It's not igniting it. Well, it does actually say to activate on there, so we'll go with activate. It's not really an ignition of any kind. It won't focus, but I'm going to use my hand to hold it, because... Focus! Almost. You almost had it. There we go, kind of. So, bend and shake. There we go. So, obviously, the rules of where to store it, or instructions on how to store it, sorry. So, it's a 6-inch in yellow. And as I said, I'm going to do another one just to show you. I'm willing to waste another one to show you guys. So, I had to use my mouth to open it, because I can't do this one-handed. Right, and then we're going to move the packaging for now. So, first you want to bend it. Okay, if I can bend it using the mattress. I'm going to use the bedside table. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Shake it. You can already see the glowing. There we go. Gives off some very good illumination. And you can't see the surroundings very well at all, but yeah, there you go. Right, so I'm going to get this one out of the way for now. Get that one and the rubbish out of the way. And you may be wondering, what can I use, what can a civilian use illumination light sticks for, or glow sticks? And in the airsoft world, in the civilian world, in airsoft, you could use it as like team identification, for example, in a night game. So, let's stick it in there, for example, and then that would be on my shoulder, and my team would be able to see me running around. For airsoft, you may want to, obviously, depending, you might want to get, you could get a mixture of colours, I guess. You could get blue ones, red ones, yellow ones, green ones, whatever. Because obviously, airsoft you can be put into each team, and obviously you might want it for team identification in a night game. So obviously if you're on the yellow team or the green team, it's ideal. if you're on the red team, obviously you want red ones or pink ones will do, I guess. You can tell the difference between pink and green, hopefully. No offence to any colourblind people, I'm not trying to be prejudiced there at all. But obviously, if you can see colour, then you will obviously have no problem. Like I say, not trying to be prejudiced to anybody there. An interesting question that I've got on the back end of that is, how do colourblind people play airsoft because of the coloured armbands? I'm not trying to be a dick, I'm just asking because I'm now curious, following the back of what I just said about the different coloured glow sticks. Again, in the civilian world, a glow stick, night stick, light stick, whatever you want to call it, sorry, could be used, as it says on there, military and industrial, for industrial use, working at night time in low light conditions. Like say, for example, you don't have a generator or anything. You could use it for, obviously, construction or marking a certain place on the ground if you're working. Like I say, in low light, but let's say, for example, you drive a digger, and obviously you got to dig in a big area. You could put the night stick or light stick, glow stick, whatever. I'm going to call it a glow stick. That's what I've always known them as. I'm going to call it a glow stick. But you could also obviously just leave a light stick on the ground somewhere to mark out that that's where you've got to go. And dig, for example. In the military world, they're used for a lot of things. You can use them to fool the enemy, sort of. Not a disorientation, the other word. To try and trick them, basically. So, you throw a glow stick in a room. Obviously, that's going to grab their attention quickly because it's something bright going into the room. And then you burst in there and shoot them, basically. There's no simple way to put that. You're fighting the enemy, you go in there, shoot them, stab them, blow them up with a grenade, do what you've got to do. You could use it as a distraction device. On exercises, we've used them where we can't use white light, for example. We have to rely on night vision. Well, night vision, military night vision, and I'm on about not like, in the civilian world, you could go out and spend a fortune on night vision. The night vision we use is not, the best quality, and I don't mean that in any way to shit on the forces, but we do not have the best quality night vision going, and you rely on ambient light. A lot of night vision does. I'm not, just saying that forces night vision, but a lot of night vision relies on ambient light. Well, if you're in the thick woods, dense forest, like we've often done on exercise, a glow stick can be ideal for putting on a tree. Now you might say, well, won't the enemy see it? No, because as I just said, it's dense forest. The enemy are not going to be able to see it. However, obviously, we still can't use white light. You use red light because it's not as bright as white light and cannot be seen from as far away as white light can. White light, you can see it for miles. Red light, not so much. That's not to say you can't see it at all, but it's not as easy to spot because it's not as bright. Anyone who wants to argue with me in the comments, go ahead. I'm up for an argument. I don't give a shit. I'm putting it out there that red light is not as easy to spot as white light. So, yeah, you can hang them on string, for example. We've, in a harbour area, where the night vision is basically useless because there's no ambient light. You can use it, obviously, to help the night vision work. You can use it to, you can have string going from tree to tree, and you can hang a night light on it, a glow stick. Night light, why am I saying night light? That's something you put in a bedroom for kids when it's dark. You can put a glow stick on that string, and obviously it then tells your buddies that there is string there, don't hang yourself on it. They can be used for a lot of things, along the same lines of that string. You can use them for putting out trails. So when you sort of establish a safe zone in a harbour area, and obviously it's marked out that this is where, let's say, okay, I'm going to use an example, and a visual example, because I'm good at this and I like doing it. Right, so this is the wooded area. Oh, so this is your glow stick, not to scale, just putting it out there. Right, let's say the start of the tree area where it gets really dense is here. So beyond that point, the enemy will not be able to see anything. That doesn't give you an excuse to use white light, because white light may shine up really well, and the enemy will probably see it shining onto various other things. Light may also find a gap and obviously shine through the trees, possibly. So let's say this is your point where these trees get really, really dense, and the enemy cannot see a glow stick or a nightstick. Light stick, not nightstick. The enemy will not see a glow stick or light stick in there, but they may see a torch. Well, we establish we need a route, because people are going to be sleeping in various areas, and you don't want to step on them. It hurts, and it's not nice. So you could use glow sticks to mark a trail with a big enough space, obviously, in between them, so not all bunched up, but have, so you know where basically you're going. So obviously they have a lot of use in the military world. I don't really know any other places you'd use them outside in the civilian world, other than airsoft and maybe on a construction site. Maybe people have a use for glow sticks in all ways. I mean, raves, okay, you could buy them for raves and stuff like that, although most raves actually have the skinny ones that you can put around your wrists and make all sorts of necklaces and other fancy things. These, I would strictly just keep them for airsoft and military use, really. Although you do get issued them in the military. You normally get issued 2 at a time. It does depend, it's obviously mission dependent. If there's a mission where you're going to need them to mark out tracks, obviously you might be issued 5. And then obviously everyone just uses their glow sticks. You might use them for what I said about confusing the enemy. You could use them for literally just needing a little source of light when you're in a really dense area. Let's say, for example, well, I don't know, your torch has just run out of batteries and you need to change them. Well, the glow stick's going to come in handy to shine and find your batteries in your backpack or your Bergen, your day sack, a pouch on your webbing, whatever. You could use a night light, a glow stick. For Pete's sake, stop saying night light. Let's turn out light. Let's say, for example, I need to get my radio out of the pouch. Well, the glow stick is enough light for me to see, to undo this, and it's enough light for me to actually turn on the radio, and I can see, the camera may not pick up, but I can see the numbers to change the channel. So let's turn the radio on. Ah, right, okay. You guys aren't going to be able to hear it, I don't think, unless I turn the radio all the way up. We'll see if that works. But when I change the channel, it tells me the number the channel's on. I'm going to turn it off. I do have the headset connected at the moment, so it wasn't actually saying it out loud. But let's do it again. You could use it to get a magazine out. I'm not sure why you wouldn't have your webbing on or body armour on to get a magazine out, but I'm using it as an example. Another thing you could use a glow stick for is to tell the next person to stag on. Obviously you don't sleep with your helmet on. So normally if you've got name tape on the front of your helmet, you won't have it on there all the time, but let's say for example you're in basic training, that's one time where you will have a name tape on your helmet, and you need to wake up the next person for stag. You don't want to shine obviously red light in their face, because that could still wake them up. So crack open a glow stick and shine it on the helmet, obviously. And that will be a way to obviously, boom, identify you are next on stag. But yeah, that's basically the glow stick video.